Hola, buenas tardes. Or hi, good afternoon. Eyebrows, flowers, and a monkey. What the hell am I talking about? What do these relate to? Well, none only than the most famous Mexican female painter, Frida Kahlo. I'm going to take you down a journey of this Mexican artist who painted her own biography amongst her canvases. By the end of the speech, you're going to realize just who Frida is and why she is such a strong woman that traveled through time and is still relevant today. As someone who respects and looks up to Frida, I hope I don't come out as biased as I normally would, but as someone who is trying to show you this dark horse of history, of arts, I guess. I'm going to tell you how Frida came about to be someone important to Mexican culture and history. I'm gonna talk about her life, her paintings, her death, and by the end of the speech, you'll be left with something of a different outlook of who she is. Now you must think I'm going to tell you how she grew up, painting and drawing since she was in diapers, right? Wrong. Frida was born July 6, 1907, one of four girls of German Jew Guillermo Kahlo and his wife, Matilde Calderon. So when Frida was 3 years old, that's when the Mexican Revolution started happening. At this time, soldiers were burning houses, bothering women and children, and doing horrible stuff. So that's why her mother hid her and her younger sister, Cristina, in a walnut chest whenever they would come by her house, and her mom would give them corn gorditas. At age 6, she had polio. She was diagnosed with polio in her right leg, which that meant one her leg was longer than the other. At age 14, she was accepted into La Preparatoria School, which is like the most elite at that time in Mexico. She was one of the first 12 women to be entered in that school. At this time, she jumped to being a doctor. Weird. Frida enjoyed her adolescence until a horrible accident changed her former life. At age 19, when she was going home with her friend Alex, she was involved in a bus accident that collided with a trolley, which this trolley destroyed the bus and left everything in pieces. Frida was left in the street, laid down on the street with a handrail impaled her through her body, through her abdomen. She was covered in blood and gold dust from a worker that had that. Her pelvis and spine were broken in 3 pieces, her right leg in 11, her collarbone and 3 ribs were cracked. Her right foot was dislocated and crushed, and the doctors didn't think she was gonna make it, but she did, and they had to fix her up in sections. She was in hospital for a month and then a year in bed rest at her house. Her father gave her oil paints and colors to pass her time there, which is the start of the biggest part of her life that helped her with her joy, agony, and pain. Frida used a mirror that hung over her bed to draw and paint herself, which led her to think seriously of this. So she consulted a person she used to bother and play pranks on in high school. This person was the communist muralist Diego Rivera. Diego loved her work. He thought there was nothing like it in this horrible time. They worked side by side. He even incorporated her in some of his murals. Diego was 20 years older than her, but that didn't stop them from falling in love a year into their friendship. They fell in love. They got married. During this time when they were married, they tried having a kid, but she ended up having a miscarriage, which led to one of her famous pieces where she's connected to all her troubles, her back, her spine, the baby that she lost, all these little things. During their marriage, Diego is a womanizer. He cheated on her so many times that she learned that that's how he is. And I love him either way. But it's until so she did the same, but she did it with men and women. But he only got jealous of the men. But when she cracked is when he had an affair with her younger sister, Cristina, who was her best friend and the sister. They were cut for a year. They're divorced. During this time, Frida was heartbroken, but she didn't give a shit. She's like, I'm gonna do everything that Diego hated. I didn't like what I did. I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm gonna dress like a man. I'm gonna start drinking, and then not start, but continue drinking, smoke cigarettes. I don't care. She didn't care. She painted this beautiful painting of, it's called the two Fridas. One is the one that Diego loved, and the one that's just her, not really that he liked. After divorce for a year, they remarried until she died. And until she died, 4 years before, is when she had her first exhibition at her own home country, because before that she had one in France and she was on Vogue. She was on Vogue covers. It's until 4 years before her death when she got recognized in her own country. And they realized how big of a deal she was. Frida Kahlo is a force to be reckoned with through her lifetime. She went through traumatizing, painful, and unforgettable moments in her life. I told the story of an artist who didn't even plan to be an artist, and her life is a traumatic and troubling moments which all became timeless works of art. Who even Madonna has some of her own paintings. Frida Kahlo is brave, powerful, a feminist, and also a hurt woman. She didn't give a shit. She didn't give a shit. She go to cantinas, bars. She had her cigarette in hand. She dated both genders. She had men clothes, and she grew her eyebrows because she fell down all the ways and was going to die anyways really soon because of forever aching body. Like how she said in her last journal entry, "I hope the exit is joyful, and I never hope to return."